ሰላሳ 6 ደቂቃ ምናምን አልፏል።
Sarita ma'am is there? सर सरिता मैम ने स्टार्ट किया ही नहीं है अभी तक। स्टार्टिंग सर इंट्रोडक्शन मैं दूंगी या फिर डायरेक्ट मैं ही दे दूं क्या इंट्रोडक्शन? अच्छा A very good evening to all the dignitaries and dear participants. I'm Dr. Manisha Chaudhary and welcomes you all for this online international virtual training session on data science with Python. So today we have our speaker, Dr. Ajay Kumar. He's from Chitkara University. So first of all, I'll just want to greet all the participants for their presence in this meeting. And I'll just briefly introduce our today's speaker, who is Dr. Ajay Kumar. Presently, he's working with Chitkara University, and he started working in Chitkara University from November 25 to 20. He has almost 10 plus years of academic experience with 5 years of research experience and industrial experience of 2 years. His H index is 6, and this total citation is 101, and index is 5. With this SCI and JCR total impact factor is 12, and the research gate score is 10.61, and his research interest is 132.2 in research gate. So he has done his PhD from cloud computing from Thapar University in the year 2020. And his PhD topic is dynamic and scalable data access and integration services in cloud computing environment. He has published almost 4 SCI publication with almost about 2 impact factor, all articles. And then he have also published SCI journals, like these are 5 in quantity. And he has also 1 patent for this cloud, this data science. And he has conducted various practical lab session on OOPS, data structure, and machine learning, as well as computer architecture and computer programming. So he's I hope all of us are actually getting something from this particular session. So I'll just welcome Dr. Ajay Kumar from Chitkara University. Sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So now it's audible. Please confirm me.
Sir, your voice is audible.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, all of you. And now let's start these sessions. I'm just sharing my screen.
For Manisha, no,
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is it visible to all?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Please wait 1 minute. Actually, just I want to disable my video. So now let's start with session. Today's topic is NumPy. Very important library inside Python programming. So basically, it is advanced Python programming. So now these are some outlines. So today I will discuss all these things in details. Now, what is NumPy? So NumPy, it stands for numerical Pythons. So I think I already have in previous sessions so many Pythons functions and there's so many keywords like something. So now it's a totally advanced Python. So NumPy basically that numerical Python. So we can perform any so many numerical values, and we can operate so basically you can say like it is a mathematical function. There we have NumPy having a rich number of numerical functions. We can solve so many different types of problems. Even we can solve a complex problem also. So NumPy is a library for Python programming uh, language, adding supports for large multiple dimension array and matrices, so along with a large collections of high level mathematical functions to operate on these array. So NumPy is a fundamental package needed for scientific computing with Python. It contains a powerful n-dimensional array. So this is very important. So this is the n-dimensional. So yeah, you know, I think in C, C++, in conventional programming languages, so we can store a very limited dimension, like 1D, 2D, 3D, like something. But NumPy supports an n dimension. We can create n number, so we can. There is nothing like limitations. Suppose we have a 5D architecture, so we can easily store their informations with the help of NumPy. So you can, it is simply n-dimensional. There is nothing like any limitation. So we can store only 4D functions, yeah, 5D like something. No, they're basic linear algebra functions, and we can also, that's one of the very important like Fourier transformation. So Fourier transformations, there's so many algorithms. It's a very popular algorithm. So we can easily implement with the help of NumPy. So it is a sophisticated random number capability. It is also integrate so many different programming languages like Fortran, C, and C++ code. So it's a very popular library that inside of Pythons. So now, so first, and now let's start with n-dimensional manipulations. So definitely, so how can we manipulate n-dimensional? So I just gave you some basic demonstrations. This is the fully hands-on sessions. I'm not going into much into vertical parts. So most of the things really do practical. Okay. So now just I'm using a Python 3.8.3 shell. So this is the Python shell. Open editors. So now first I just use, I have already so many programs I have. So I just execute one by one. And now this is the first program. Just simply save this program. So you can save anywhere and just give the name as like so. Okay, this is the simple output because this is not too much thing here. So simple. So how can write program? So first, actually this is not needed right now. So just we have to import numpy. So this is the name of the library and this is the object of this library. So now simply just store, I have taken a one variables a and np dot array. So this is the simple values. So I'm just storing a simple one-dimensional array. This is not a 2D. This is a simple one-dimensional array. So we just stored three variables in A with the help of numpy. Okay. So now we just print the value of A. So this is a very simple program. So you can see just print or this is a simple single dimension. So now, so suppose we can also use like any random variables like something. So just there is another, and just copy and paste here. Another variables like again I am storing np dot array. This is the simple random functions here I am using. So that definitely I have to import random library also. Import random as R. So this is a simple because sample function. Please, actually I am much. Okay. So now, if any issues, it is audible. So please confirm me.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah. So this is the random variables are already imported. Yeah. So now there is a function inside random library.
not clear.
Hello. So please check your internet connections. I think on my side it's okay.
Sound is coming. Okay.
Okay.
Very.
So
Right.
I'm also not getting your voice. So I think from you.
Not clear.
So now it is audible.
Not clear. Clear sounds are.
Hello.
You are audible.
I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, so I think that side someone saying like not okay. Thank you. So this is the random function sample. So I think you already in previous session range function many. So just I'm taking some 20 values from within this range. This is this range and just store in one-dimensional array because I have already given here n dimensional is equal to 1. Okay, so it is very simple. It's nothing so too complex. I'm just clear all these things. So this is a NumPy variables. Just I want to store all the value in array. Okay, so one dimensional array. Simple, it means just we are taking a random value between 10 to 100, and how much value is 20 value. Okay, and just I want to store in one dimensional array. So now you can check again, just print the value of p. So what value is stored inside p. So just again save and just run this program. Now you can say this is the manual. Just I have put it inside NumPy. This is another, and there are 20 different values, random values. Just I have stored in NumPy array. Okay, so this is a simple one-dimensional array. So now we can how can you use 2D, second two-dimensional. So this is another example. I just copy and just again paste here. Okay. So now like this is the second row. Okay, and so you can say this is the there are two rows. So and you just I just run this program, and again here same values taken, but dimension is 2. So you can see so it will automatically create a two-dimensional values. Okay, so now just again run this program. Yeah, you can see this is the first that I have already manually stored. This is another array like this. So this is the 2D example. Same thing. Suppose if you want to store 3D array, so again we can manually put here, and you just give a dimension like 3 here. So you can store 3D, like you can just, and if you want to another, so I have already example like this. Just I am taking this example. So now you can store like a 3D array like this. So you can say this is the like this is the internal level. Like this is the internal level. So it means you can say this is the first, this is second. Okay. So and both are inside this curly braces. Okay. So there are 3 levels. So you can store like this. If you want to store and 3D data, so definitely you have to store in this way. Okay, so this is the 3D data. Okay, so now so you can say, so you simply like we have a 3 by 3 into 2 into 3. Okay, so now the simple array, and you could, if you want to store in 3D, so you can just use n dimension is equal to 3. Again just print. So now you can say this is the 3D data, and again just 20 all are in forms. Okay, but here is only 1, so you can say like 1 into 1 into 20. So sorry, 20 into 1 into 1 the values. Okay, because we have a 20 values inside a array, but in the forms of 3D. Okay, so definitely I will explain in details. Just I have give a sample how can create a 3D and how can you store data in the forms of 2D, 3D like something. So this is the simple way we can store data in different dimensions. Okay, so now again I just come on my slides. So this is a it is a powerful n-dimensional array objects like advanced array slicing method and convenient array reshaping method. So definitely we can also reshape, like suppose we have array 2 into 3, so we can easily reshape like 3 into 2. Okay, even it not only in 2D, you can reshape in any dimensionals. Now it also contains like 3 important numerical library like basic linear algebra functions, basic Fourier transformations, and sophisticated random number methods. So I think we already explained. Now we can also extend it with C code for functions where performance is highly time critical. In addition, so tools are like provided integrating existing Fortran code. Like this is a very like mathematical language formula translations. So NumPy is a hybrid of other num array and numeric package, and is meant to replace them both. So basically, this it means so we can easily integrate NumPy code to any, like in the forms of Fortran, in C language, any other numerical pack, even like MATLAB also. So we can easily replace this code to any language, and we can also integrate. It is not, we don't have to change their syntax and their functions, because it's a very flexible language. So we don't need to change their like any types of syntax. So we can easily integrate with any other, but not any other, like it is not supported in Java. But yeah, definitely in C, Fortran, and like MATLAB, so we can easily integrate with such language, because all are mathematical oriented programming languages. So now this is the simple way, and this is a simple example. So how can create an array? So I've already given some examples. Now again, I just give some example, like this is the simple a is equal to, this is the array, and now just printing 2 2 oblique 4. So you can say like 2 means this is the positions of 2. So this always start with 0, like, and you can say like 0 1 2, and it means 5 and 7. So here the last index is not included. Okay, so 2 to 4 basically. So just start with 2 index and print all the value inside this range only. Okay, so this is the simple way. So here also, like this is in case of 2D. So it's a very simple concept. So example, giving one examples. This is a simple array, one dimensional. Now just print 2 to 4. First I print like simply index 2. So you can check what will be the output of this. So like 3. Okay, so because 3 is, it always start with like 0 1 2. So here I am printing like 3, where index number 3. So now I suppose we have another 4 5 6 7. Okay, so now I just want to print like 5. So you can say like 0 1 2 3 4 and 5. It means the output of this program is 6. Okay. So this is the 6. So now I'm giving another examples. Suppose 2 oblique 4. So now you can check again what will be the output of this program. So 3 and 4 only. So why? Because there is a index, like first this is the initial, like 0 1 2. So it's definitely it's 2, and another like this is the range of 4. So 4 is not like this is the value, no. So this is the index. So but now this because this is pricing, so it's not included. So you can say like less than 4 index. So definitely that prints only 3 and 4 only. Suppose here written like 5. Okay, so then you can check. So 3 4 5. Okay, So that point not including. Okay. So I think it is clear to all. You can say also like this. You can also print like this. Suppose okay. So you can also print like this. Suppose this is the array. So this is the 2D array. Okay. So now I'm just creating another array, two-dimensional array. Just remove this thing and another 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Now this is the 2D array. Okay. So, but it is not possible to print like this because there is a 2D. So you can check like 1 and 2. Suppose now I want to now I'm printing like this. So this is the C6. So you can say uh, like the first index from like definitely you can say there is a 2 rows. So definitely a row is indexing like second row, okay, and column means 8. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is the 6 value. Okay. So I think there is no any issues. So if you have any issues, just I clear this. So I just am using. So what exactly happening here? So suppose I'm just using like this is the arrow 1, 2, and 4, 5, and 6. So you can say like this is the 0, 1, and 2, and here also like 0 and 1. Okay, so this is the matrix. So definitely here I am printing like this is the like row is a 1, it means second row, okay, and column is 2, it means third column, okay. So second row like this, okay, 1, and column is 2, 2, it means third columns like this. So what is the value of inside this array? So definitely you are talking about this value, okay. So I think you got it. So why print 6? Okay, because my value is stored in such a way, okay. So I think there is no any issues in this. So why print 6? Now moving and another one. So okay, so same thing here. Suppose if you want to like 1 and this is the 2, 4. So you can like 6 and 8. So it means you are printing two values. Okay. So it means you can find the range also. So like why you are why printing two values? Because here I am giving 2. That means the second and third value also. So actually, like so you can say like first this is the second row. Like you have to concentrate on this row only. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now again you check what are the columns. So you have to print third column and fourth column. So third is 6 and fourth is 8. I think you got it. So that's why the output giving like 6 and 8. Okay. This is very simple, and I think there is no any issue. Same thing, you can also like apply some mathematical concepts. Like suppose we have two array, A is having like this and B is another. So now suppose if you want to like C is another and C is equal to A plus B, and just you want to print a C, so you can say like this is the value, but there you so both value can integrate, like you can remove, like suppose 3 here in both matrix. So again print here 3, 3, 5, 6 something. It is not like union. Okay, so both both arrays value can print here. This is the simple concept. Because but you cannot use directly arithmetical operators. Definitely we can use, but we have to apply some other concepts. So this is a very simple. Now I have already created so many things, so I think you know very well what is tuples, like something. So this is simple uh, numpy. So now numpy adds a new data structures to Python, like n-dimensional arrays, homogeneous collections of the items. Yeah, definitely it's very important. So it is a homogeneous, so definitely we can store either integer, either floats. It is not, so you can't store like, suppose in same array, in some value like integer, some floats, some characters. So it is not possible. Why? Because otherwise I am able to apply some mathematical concepts, mathematical operations here. Okay, that's why it's not. So definitely in anywhere array always supports a homogeneous collections of items. It means you are storing integer. It means your whole array having integer values. If you are storing like characters, definitely your whole array having characters only. So now n-dimensional array are rectangular. So we can also, so definitely, so we can also reshape the value like rows, uh, columns, row, like suppose we have 2 by 3, so we can easily reshape like 3 by 2, like something. Okay. So I will give some examples also. So array item, actually just I am going in very briefly, so I'm not going in detailed theory. Definitely we have too much, so many examples. So array items type, so every n-dimensional array is unique collections of exactly the same data types that I have already explained. So basically why? Because every item takes up same size block of memory. Each block of memory in is interpreted in exactly the same way. So that's why we can NumPy stores only homogeneous collections of data. So now this is a very important methods related to n-dimensional, like ND array to list, like n-dimensional array dot copy. So suppose if you want to return any value, like we have to use like copy functions, and same we can also use like dot fill and nd array dot fill scalar. So fill array with scalar values. So whatever we have, so we can easily fill the value directly. We no need to like assign something. We can also directly fill the values inside array. So these are some very important functions. Definitely, I will explain all these things, and also I will use all this like ABS. We can find the absolute value like maximum, minimum, maximum. We can also add like binomial, multiply. There are so many. There's hundreds of mathematical functions are available, so we can easily apply and in this in NumPy. So, but these are very important functions. So definitely we have to use, if you are writing a research paper, if you want to simulate research work, so definitely you have to use some basic functions. Okay, like if you want to draw a histograms, so definitely you can directly use the histograms. You just pass the matrix where your data is stored, and you can easily draw histograms. You can easily transpose your matrix. Okay, and you can also shuffle the matrix, and you can also identify the random numbers. So we have n number of uh, functions, NumPy functions we can use. So now we can also create some vectors like this. So this is a very simple examples. Like suppose we have a two array like this, and suppose if you are just adding, so like a plus b and just print it. So you can easily like 1 plus 3 like 4. So here you can say here 4 and 3 plus 5. So you can easily create some with the help of numpy dot array. Okay, so like this. Otherwise, if you are simple, if you are like without using NumPy, so you are not able to add these things. I have already explained. So if you are using NumPy, definitely you can add like, and you can get output like this. Okay. So this is, you can also like shape, you can find the shape, and also reshape your uh, matrix. Okay. So this is the simple creating a matrix. So now I'm going on practical, so demonstrations. So I give some demonstrations. Okay. How can I reshape? So simply just I have copy this program. Okay. Here simple, this is a 2D array. So I think you know 2 by 3. Okay. So just this is just printing what is the shape of this array. Okay. So just check this. So now you can say the shape is 2 by 3 because there are two rows and 3 columns. Okay. So 2 by 3 matrix. I think now it is visible. So this is the 2 by 3 matrix. So now uh, taking one another examples. This is another array. Okay. So you can check what is the shape of this array. So simply just print B. Shape. So shape is a function. So I just mention better visibility. Shape of B. So shape of A. Okay. Sorry, there is a mistake. Okay, sorry, there is a mistake. Like yeah. So I just also print it here like array also. So I think for better. Yes. So now you can see this is the first matrix 2 by 3 because there are 2 rows and 3 columns. So now you can say there is 2 by 2 by 2 into 2 into 3. So 2 by 2 by 3. You can say like firstly, so we have like this. So each row having 3 values. So definitely it's like this. So you can say like height. So what are the height? It means that's indicate the number of value for each cell. So definitely we have each cell having 3 values here also. Each cell having 3. So that indicates. So you have to just go through like right to left. Okay. So now again each cell having now second interior, so having 2. So this first you can say treat as first and this is another second. So now each shell also in for interior intermediate levels having 2 set. Okay, so this is one set and this is another sets. Okay, so that represents this. So now you can set, you can again, so this is the 2. So it means we have 2 sets, like one sets, and this is the another sets. So you can say like 2 by 2 by 3. So 2, this is the external. You can, this is the exterior layers. Okay, so 1 and this is the 2. So it's represent like this. Okay, so now intermediate levels again also having like 2. Suppose one set and this is other sets. Okay, so that's why that represents the 2. So this is the intermediates. Okay, this is the fully internal. It means each shape having 3 values, 3 elements. Okay, so like that represents the 3. Suppose if you just apply some now just change this value. Suppose if every having some another, I'm just adding every shells one more elements like 1 1. Now you can check, just adding 1 extra. Now you can check this. So now the shape is 2 into 2 into 4. Okay, so because each cell's internal levels having 4 elements. Okay, so now intermediate levels having 2, each intermediates having 2. Okay, suppose I just again suppose intermediate levels just increase 3. Suppose every like this, I just increase one more, control C. I just copy same thing here. I think for your better understanding. Now here I just added 1. Okay, this I have added here. Again, now this is the first, and now just here I add this. There is no issue. So now each suppose we have an intermediate levels. If you say like middle levels shells, you just print S again. So now you can see this is the 3. Okay, so how? Because intermediate levels, it means you can say like second levels having 3 elements, 3 cell groups like 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so again also again in second shells also having groups. Okay, so this is the concept behind. So if you want to create n-dimensional array, so just you have to follow. You can say like labels. I think I am following like labels. So level 1, level 2, level 3. So like this. So this is the level 1. This is the level 2. This is the level 3. Like something. So you can just also say like tree hierarchical levels like something. Okay, so that levels having only 2, so one set, and this is another set that represents 2. So now it's again further having 3, and finally each interior having the 4 elements. That's why represent. I think it's you all got this thing, this logic. Okay, so now I'm taking another examples. So now how can I reshape the array? Any n-dimensional array, so we can easily reshape. Just I copy this program. So now, so this is the simple programs. Import numpy as np. So this is a simple, and this is a 2D array. So now before reshape, just I have print here. Okay, so definitely it is a 2 by 3 array. So now there is a function shape. So again, like a dot shape is equal to 3 by 2. Okay, just I have given a value like 3 by 2, and then I just print again a matrix. You just check this output. What is the output of this program? So now you can say this is the 2 by 3. It means 2 rows and 3 columns. Now after reshaping, this is the 3 rows, first row, second rows, and third rows, and then columns. You can also just print like shape. You can just simply print a dot shape, and here also. So I am not printing complete matrix shape. Okay, now you can check. So this is simply just I am converting here. Okay. So now you can say, so before save the matrix like this 2 by 3, after 3 by 2. And here I just print the actual matrix, so you can see. So now the reshape, so you can easily reshape like this. Okay. So this is the 2D matrix. Okay. So now there is another function like arrange and also like n-dimensional and reshape. So you can definitely someone having questions like how can reshape 3D like something. So definitely I will give you. So just copy it. Okay. So this is the another very simple like board numpy and range like simple 24. Okay. So this is the function. I think you have a study in simple Pythons. So now this is the array, just printing the what value inside and a. Just find the dimensions and again just reshape this. Okay. So now you just check and then I explain. This is very simple program. So now, so this is the like 3, 4, 5, 6, and another like this. So you can say this 24. So arrange functions basically that gives automatically so simply like 0 to 23. So it's not included 24. It starts with 0. Okay. You can see here. So just values from like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like something. So you just add 0 to 23. I think you got it. So first, just print what value inside. Just print arrow to like this. It means you a having this value 0 to 23. So I am not taking just this functions generate the value 0 to 23. Okay. So if you are writing like here 25, that means 0 to 24. Okay. If you are writing like here 50, so 0 to 49. Okay. So if you need like 53, you have to write 51. Okay. So you got it. So now again, this I think you clear about this here. Now dimensional. So definitely there is a single dimension. This is a single dimension matrix. Okay. So you can see here. This is a single dimension. I'm not using any dimension here. Okay. So definitely, if you just arrange function generate 0 to 23 or 24 different integers and store in A in single dimension. So I think you got all these things. So what are the dimension of A? 1. So you also got this. This is the output of 1. Okay. So now I just reshape this array in 3D. So this is the simple. So this is the reshape function. So you can use. So now this is very important. So you are using like 2, 4, 3. So I think so there are two labels. Okay, exteriors, and both level having in intermediate level having 4 different cells, different groups. You can say like okay. Now and each cell having elements. You can calculate total number of elements. Okay, so I think so first you just see, so it's having 3 elements, it will 3, each there is 4 intermediate level 4, it will 12 and 12. So the first array containing and 12 are like, okay, so we can easily reshape this. You can see like this. So we have a first array like this, and this is another. Okay, so actually I have reshaped two. First is two, so it means this is the first and this is the second. So you can say the first level having two child. First child is this, and another child is this. Okay, and further both child having uh, 4. Okay, so like first, second, third, and fourth, and same here, first, second, third, fourth. Okay, so you can say like this, and each also having 3 elements, because I have received 2, 4, 3. Okay, so it means your all 24 values are engaged. Okay, so now you can see this is the first, this is the second, third, fourth, like something. I think you got it. So now there is I just ask a questions. You just assume. So suppose I have written like this. Suppose, please, you just think about 10 seconds. So can I reshape for this? Suppose we have a matrix like A. Can I reshape on this value? You just think 10 seconds and giving time for 10 seconds. So is it possible? First you count total number of elements you required. Okay. So it means you have 4 values. Okay, each cells. Means you can just simply multiply with this 4 into 3. It means 12. And both sides, because you have 2, so definitely you have to 12 plus 12. It means 24. So I think it is possible. Okay, this program, what types of array generated. Okay, I think you got it. So you can see this is the, so if first this is the first level, this is the first and this is the second. Again further broken in 3, because the intermediate level have 3 childs. So the first, second, and third. Again first, second, and third. And each child having 4 elements. So you can another. Okay. So now suppose I have written here 4. Now is it possible? Now we check it. Is it possible? You just reply. So if you have any issues, audio is not steady and well understood. So I am audible. Please confirm me, anyone. Okay. Okay, thank you. So this so now you just take it. Is it possible? So now both sides having 16 elements, 4 into 4, but you have 24 elements. So I think it is not possible. Okay. So you just check it. What will be the output of this program. Why? Because you don't you can reshape, because you have only 24 elements and you require 32 elements, so you are not able to reshape. Okay, so this is simply cannot reshape of size 24 to reshape to 4 because you require 32 elements, then you can reshape. So now you just change here. So suppose if you require 32 elements, so you can simply write here 33. So now you have 32 elements, 0 to 32. So no. So you have to write like 32. Okay, I think that's 0 to 31. Now you can reshape. So you just check this program again. What will be the output of this? So now it's fine. 0 to 31. So it means now we have 32 elements. So I can easily reshape this array. Okay. So I think there is no any issues. Suppose if you want to reshape this array in 4D. Okay. Suppose I just taking one other examples. Okay, yeah. So now just 6. So is it passibles? No. Again, because again you require 36, because both sides having 18 elements. So definitely you require 36 elements, but you have only 32 elements. So it is not possible to receive. Okay. So now again, I'm just using like 2 by 2 by 3. So now is it passible? Again, because this is the underflow, because you need only 12 elements. Okay, now you want to reshape this array in 2 by 2 by 3. Is it possible? You just check this program. So what will be the output of this program? Again you get errors. So because we have because this is the totally underflow, so that's why giving, because you have 32 elements but you are using only 12 elements. Okay, so you cannot reshape. So it is not possible to just remove. I suppose you just ignore some elements. So how to ignore? So which elements you have to ignore, like something? Yeah, is it possible? So with the help of pandas library, suppose if you have a data set, so it is another things. But here I am not using such types of things. So simply you have to reshape this array. So it is not passible. So definitely the first conditions for reshape. So when you reshape your element as array, so you just count the total number of elements you are using. Okay, is it same? So definitely you can easily reshape. Okay. So now I'm just giving another examples. Suppose 1 into 1 into 32. Is it passible? Is it passible? Simply because you check it, because you are not, so same array, this is a simple, but you can check this output again. This is very simple, there's nothing changed. Okay, but this is in the forms of 3D, because you have only one label, so you just fill only one cells. Okay, so is it passible? What is the difference between this and this? So this is the array, the first array is this is the first dimension, and you can say like one dimensional, or this is a 3-dimensional array. So there's too much difference, not both are same. Okay, so this is the 1-dimensional array, and this is the 3-dimensional array. Okay, so I think you got it. So how can reshape? What is the logic behind reshape? Okay. So now this is another very important thing. Just I copied. Okay. So this is simple NumPy. Another function empty. So this is very important. 3, 2, and data type is int. Okay. So now you can check. So what will be the output of this program? You can see. So this is the, it will automatically assign some random value. Okay. And here like 0, this is the, so you can say, so this empty means 3 by 2. So just I am creating 3 by 2 and data type is int. So just randomly assign any, so definitely we have to require 6 values. Okay. So empty functions, just you can create a empty and you can assign with any values. So data type is integer. So it just I have given any integer values. So yeah, definitely you can also assign with manually, because you have created your array like, okay. I just have print, so just you can see also like garbage value something, but you can't like garbage because it's automatically assigned. Here there is nothing like garbage concepts. Okay, so it's by default values. It's just assigned randomly. Okay, so you can apply also same thing as a float value also. Okay, and it's in character also. You just check this one. This is for end. This is like one for float. Data type is equal to float, and there is another is equal to string. So now you can check this. What will you put of this program? Again, you can see this is the first array. You can see previous just this is the value, and now value is changed. So you can select random value. So like default value. So I think it is better to check random, because there is nothing like you can't say like garbage. Garbage it may be like every time the same values, but here this is not same values. Okay, so this is the integer array. This is the another empty float, and this is the uh, string. Okay, characters. So definitely characters always store a single quoted. So that's why. So you can say now actually this is not array. Okay, so it's not taking any space inside memory. If you are creating an array, so actually this is the empty array. So you can just the size of array right now. So and because this is fully empty, you can, in case of like a string characters, you can see there is no any by default characters. But in case of float and integer, so definitely give some default values like something. Or otherwise, you are not able to understand what will be the output here. Simply like blank, blank something. So just that's why given some default values here, so you can understand easily. Otherwise, suppose if you suppose there is no value, so how can identify what is the how many elements here like something. So that's why given like here. Okay. So I think you got it. Suppose if you are giving like 5, so it means 5 values like something. Okay. Now you can check. Okay. There's 5 rows. Okay. So now this is the empty, or you can assign your value as per you. Okay. So now another examples. This is the NumPy NP 0. So you can add zeros. So how can you use zeros functions? So you can just see, just copy all this here like some. So definitely I will share all this program to all the participants. So you can so you can see. So automatically here assign the 0 or like You can see this is the np.05. Okay, so by default 0. Okay, so you see here, like by default it is a floating values. Okay, so if you are not giving any data type, it will automatically float. So here another, you just assign like 0 and given a data type like integer int and value the number of elements like 10, so it will automatically assign 0 because we are using zeros functions. Okay, so it will automatically assign 10 zeros here. Okay, so if you like will like float, so again you can check. Same thing like this. So you can say by default, if you are not using any data type, by default please float. So here I manually enter like data type is equal to float. So you can see both are same. Okay, so like this. Okay, so you can give an integer float as well. So now and same thing like if you write here str, so here actually not entered 0 because 0 is nothing here, but suppose if you are writing like here 0, so just give me one example. Suppose if you are writing like 0, so this is not 0 exactly, this is not 0, so this is the character. Okay, so you can't say like, even if you are writing like 4, so you can't say this is a 4. You are writing in single code, so it is not 4, this is a simple character. Okay, 4 is also character if you are writing in this form. Okay, so that's why not specified like 0 something, so you can't say like this is the 0 values, so this is also character. Okay, so this is the reason, so just simply blank. Okay, I think you got it. So now you can say also like 2D. So just given another 2 examples for this same program. Okay, just paste it. So again, this 2 by 2. Suppose it means we are creating a 2 by 2 array, and data type is string. Again here 5 by 5 array, and data type is integer. So now you can check the output of this program. So this is the output. So now zeros, I think you all studied. So this is a simple. So because this is a string, so you can say like assign the empty values simply. And but now, so there is some difference between 0 and empty, because yeah, looking like same. So if you are using empty function and 0, but both are different thing. So it is totally depend upon size. If you are using 0 as empty function, it means your array is fully empty and don't have taken memory space. Okay, because you are not putting any values inside arrays. Okay, but here 0 is values. Here you have assigned some values. It means you take whatever the values you assign integer value, like 2 by 2, it means 4 values, it means 8 bytes. So you just check the size of this array if you are using 0 functions, so just show 8 bytes. But in same thing, if you are using empty, so 0 bytes, because you don't have assigned any values, because your array is fully empty. Okay, because it's not like a static allocation something. If you are assigned the value, then take the space, use the space. Okay, if you are not assigned the values, no need to allocate the space like something. Okay, so it's like it's a fully dynamic programming language. You can say it means if you are storing the value in an array, then occupy the space. Okay, so this is the main reason. Okay, so I think you got it. So what are the output of this? So you can also use like a 3D, 4D, anything. Okay, depending upon you. So what dimensions of your array you needed, and what types of information you want to store. I think you got it. So another examples uh, like array creation routines. This is very important. Okay. I'm just taking uh, three. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So this is the ones functions. So how ones is working. Okay, you can say like print ones array here like x. Okay? And again np dot ones and the here value put inside 10 and data type is equal to 1. So you just check the output first. You check the output. So now again here by default float values. Okay, but it is not assigned 0. Assigned 1. Okay. So especially in digital, like suppose if you want to like digital signaling, digital processing, especially in Fourier transformations, this is very useful. Uh, so is it not audible? So please confirm me. So I am audible. So please confirm me my screen is visible or not. Okay, just I am sharing again. So now I think so. Someone started sharing. That's why it's creating problem. So please, I think you should not share. Actually, there is double sharing. So now I think it is visible. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So this is the ones. So definitely functions assign the value 1. Okay. So I think you got it. So this is the simple array. In same, you can also create a 2 by a 2 dimension, 3 dimensions as per your need. So just check this output. Okay. Again. Okay. So this is the array. So you can also create a 3D. Suppose you want to create a 3D, so you just apply like 3 to anything as per your requirements. Suppose here I have mentioned like 2. Okay. Now again you check it. So now you can say this is a output because I have mentioned too much values. Okay. I think you got it. Another examples. Arrange and just I am using arrange functions here again and just see the output. So this is again I am using arrange. It means we have 0 to 4 elements. Okay, so it means just creating a single dimension array which contains 5 values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is the simple output of this line. So after this, just again I'm using np.arrange 5 data type to float, and you just check it and just arrange again. Here we are using arrange functions and creating a 3D array. Okay, you just check this out. What is the output of this program? Okay, so now you can just sorry. Actually, I'm not creating 3D. This is not a 3D because we are using just simple arrange functions, uh, but all are at single dimensions. Okay, sorry. So this is simple arrange functions. This is not 3D functions, okay? Because this is the arrange. So arrange never creates any types of 3D like something, okay? So if you are creating array, definitely you have to use array function only. So now this is the array. Use 5 data type is equal to float. So we just this is the simple output of your first line. This and another. Same thing, but here data type have mentioned like float, so that's why like 0 point something because 0.0 is not visible. I could simply write 0 points like that. So all value elements in the forms of float. Okay. And again, so what is the logic behind this? So please, it's a very important thing. So the initial value is 10. Okay, and this is the second, so you can say like 10 to 20. So just actually I just clear about this logic. So just first I remove this thing, okay, and just check what is the output of this line only, this function. Okay, first you check. So I think you can assume 10 to 19. Okay, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so arrange functions never include the last values. Yeah, definitely first value included. So now you can see the output of this line only. So I think you got first two line. Now just check the value of last. I think you got it 10 to 19. Okay. So again, I here just use 2. It means just skipping one element. Okay. So 2 stands for, it means you are speaking one element. You can say like slice. So after like 10, just skip 11, just print 12. After 13, you just skip 13 and print 14. Again, you skip 15 and print 16 like this. Okay. So that's why printing like here this 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Okay. Suppose if you are writing like here 3, then you just assume what is the output of this. Okay, this line. What is the output of this line? So you can also write in chat box what will be the output of this line. So anyone can write in chat box output of this line. Yeah, but so definitely it's a like skipping 2 elements. Like yeah, definitely first element like 10. So after like 11 and 12, so you have to skip. So you have to print third values only. So you just skip 11 and 12, print 13. And again, you just skip 14, 15 and just print 16. Okay, like this. And suppose, you just check this out. It's correct. Correct answer. Okay. So now, suppose if you are writing like 4. So then you just check. We have you have to skip 3 elements, okay, after printing. So you just print 10. After this, you have to skip 11, 12, and 13. You just print 14. After 10, you just print 14. Again, you have to skip 15, 16, 17, and just print 18. So definitely the output of 10, 14 and 18. Okay. So because 19 never prints because you have to skip 19, 20 like something. Okay. So it's fine. Just 10, 14, 18. Okay. Now I just increase the value like 22. So now what will be the value of this program? Now I've just changed instead of 20, just written like 42. So definitely same values 10, 14, 18. Why? Because you are skipping like after 18, you have to skip 19, 20, 21 also. Because your value range is the value is 10 to 21. So definitely 18, 20, 18 after 18, 19, 20 and 21. You have to skip. Then you have to print 22, but in your range, in your array, don't have 22 values. That's why same like 10, 12, 14 and 18. Okay. So I think it's good. Okay. So if you are writing like here 23, 10, 22 also printing. Okay. You just check this also. Now 22 is also printing. Okay. Because 22 is in your range. Okay. Because here I have 23, it means I have values 10 to 22. Okay. So I think you got this logic. So another examples, just I copied. Just actually there are so many programs, very interesting programs. So now this is a simple program. So arrange 50, it means we have a 0 to 14 numbers. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 14. Okay. So we have 15 different elements. So not different 0 to 14 and like this. And now slicing 274 as 272. Okay, and just print here. So what will be the output of S? What value inside in S after slicing? Again here I have slicing, so there's different types of slicing here. So I just remove all these things, otherwise you are confused. Okay. So now we just check it. What is the output of this program? Control S. So here, like, so this is the, suppose you just say you have data sets. Okay. Now you apply slice functions here 272 and output is 246. Okay. So you just simply same thing like arrange functions. So 227. So what are the value inside like 227? So definitely you have to follow like index. Okay. So this is not values. This is using an index. So index means second index. So the 0, 1, 2. So there and 7. So it's not including 7 values. So simply 6. Okay. So this is the range. So now just you have to skip values and then print. So 2, you have to print the first value 2 and skip 3 and again print 4 and again skip 5 and again print 6. Okay, because last value again not including, slicing function also not including the last value. Okay, last index. I think you got it. Again just it's written here 10. So what will be the output of this 10? So you can just see here like again, so 10, 2 to 10, it means this is the second index, or you can say like 10 means this is your database. You just capture these values only. Okay, 10 to 2 to 10 means you have captured these values. Okay, So now you are again, you have to print like skipping one values 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, this is the output. Just check this. Okay. Yeah, good. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. So now again, just here I'm writing like suppose 5. Okay. And here I have written like 3. So now what is the output of this? So what value is signed in S? So this is the 5 and this is the 10 and their slicing is 3. So definitely, yeah, it's fine. So 5, it means first you find your range. So what is the range? So range means 5th to 10. So 5th index is 4. Okay, this is the 5th index. So now 5th to 10, so like this. So this is your range value. Okay. Okay. So this is your range value 4 to like this. So now you are just printing again. So 3, you have to skip the 3. Okay. So just check this output. 5 and 8. Sorry, just so fifth index means like I was just sorry like this because it start with 0. Okay, so just you have to skip 3 like this 1 2 and then just print third values like 8. Okay, and again you have to skip 9 10 but because you don't have a 10 values so no need to move here, so you have only this range values. Okay, so I think you got it. uh, so another examples, indexing. So just copied all the programs. So we have a 2D array. So I think you got it. This is a 2D array, 3 by 3. Okay. So now you just print. This is your array 3 by 3, containing so many elements. So now the the items in the second column are like this. You can say print like you can index it like this. So you can also print like this. Okay. So you just check it. So what will be the output of this program? Okay. So now this is the like a item in this second columns like this. Okay. 2 4 5 like 2 4 5. So now we just check here. Here we are using the column. Check it. Here we are using row. Okay. So here the item columns onwards. So second columns. So that's why second columns like this. Okay. I think there is no any issue. If you have any issues, I just also just taken one more values in. Suppose I just taken one more values for any like suppose 7. Okay. So now again you check this outputs. I think after this you got clear. Okay. So now the item in the second columns. So definitely 4 2 4 5 2 4 5. The item in the second rows. So second row is 3 4 5 7. Okay. And item column 1 onwards like this. So you have to use like this. Okay. So I think you got it. There is no any issue. Suppose you have written like 2. Okay. It means 2. So like 3, 5, 6 and 7, 7, 7. Okay. So the last output is this. You just check this. Like this 3, 5, 6 and 7, 7, 7. Because it's just onwards 2. Okay. Same thing. Suppose if you want to print, uh, we're just using like here. Here slicing you are using. So now you can again check this output. What is the output of this program? You can say the item in actually this is not I have not written this wrongly. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 7. So this is the only first rows. Okay. So now you can check here, just written like 2. Again, you check this program, what will the output? So now 1, 2, 3, 7 and 3, 4, 7. So it means you are printing first row and second row both. Okay. If we are writing like suppose 3, it means all starting from so first row, second row and third row also. Okay. I think you got it. Now if you are writing like this, suppose 1, suppose 2 and this column. Okay. Again, you just check this output. So the item and the so basically this is the second onwards second row. Okay, onwards second row. It means 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I think you got it. So if you are using at the end, so that indicates the column. If you are using starting, it means that indicates the rows. So definitely, if you are working with large data sets, so definitely there's too much. It's very helpful for this. So especially for data processing and data science, it's very useful. So because you have to eliminate some rows, column, like something, definitely you can use this keywords. Okay. So another like broadcasting, like multiplications. It's a very simple program. Like copy this thing. So now you just check this is a simple array and you got it, and this is another array, and just multiply both a into b, and you can just check a and b and after c. Okay, so just check this output. Okay, it's very easy. So just multiply corresponding elements 1 into 10, 10 and 2 into 20, 40, 3 into like. So it's very flexible. Okay. You can also add, subtract, divide everything. Okay. So now broadcasting additions, I think you no need to explain. So same thing, you can also add first array, second array. So no, it's a very important thing. Iterating over once. So this is one of the very important, especially for data science. So suppose we have arranged, I think you got it. So what are the value inside A? So you have a 0 to 59. Okay. So just skip 4 values. Suppose 1. So after 1, like you will skip 0 and 1. You have to skip 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You have to include it. So 0, 5. Again you have to skip 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. 10 is, you have to include 10. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. So in such a way, you just create an array and store in A. Okay, and just you reshape 3 by 4. So first you find how many elements in your A. You can count it. How many elements in your A? So is it possible to reshape 3 by 4 because you require 4 into 3, it means 12. It means definitely you also have 12 elements. I think you can easily reshape. Okay, so just check the output. So now, just this is the out, because you just actually, if you're confusion, just I print already printed here, and if you're confusion, you again you also print here, print simply a. So what is the value of value inside a? Okay, just Control S. So I think you got it. Okay, this is the value inside a. So this is the simple values 0 to 55. It means 12 values. And now you have reshaped this in 2D form. Okay, so now your 2D array is like this, and this is very important. So you can iterate in the sense you can apply some loops also. So I think I think you already studied in simple Python, basic Pythons. So how can you use? There's so many different types of loop: do, while loop, for loop. So this is here. Just I will use X for loop, X in np dot and iterate. So a is the total number of, basically this is your like this is your 2D values. Okay, so just print all the values inside a. Okay, because I have already reshaped this array in 2D. So here you don't need to, like suppose if you want to print 2D array, but in definitely in C and C++ needed two loops. Okay, you have to apply I and J like something. You no need to use like two different loops because you just simply apply ND iterate. It means n dimensional iterate. You just pass your array, it will automatically print all the value. Okay, no need to apply loop nesting like something, two loops, three loops, four loops like something. Okay, so it's very simple. Just I just suppose 2 into 3 into like 2. So definitely this is another 3D array. Okay, so now you can also print 3D form, but same thing. No need to change. Just check. Okay, so this is the 3D array, and again you can print all the value at 3D. Okay, so just reset this data sets in 3D form and just print the 3D data and iterate all these things. Okay, I think you got it. I think no confusion. So I think so you can also iterate. Yeah, I've already explaining the 2D, 3D. So now you can also apply some statistical functions, mean, median, mode, standard deviations. How can you use? So this is a very simple way you can use statistical functions. So just I am going very quickly. So now we have stored simple array. Okay. So now if you want to find the median value of this array, so you just apply np.median. So it will automatically find the median value of this array. Okay. So again, if you want to like suppose a median axis, so definitely you have to use axis is equal to 0. And again, you require axis equal to 1. So you just apply. It's a very simple mathematical concepts. Okay. You just check this output. I think it's fine. Okay. So basically, this is like this is your array, and applying medians. This is the median values, and applying median along axis 0. So like 3, 4, 5. So I think you can easily calculate. And if you are on axis 1, so this is the value 2, 4. So this is the median values. So you have to calculate it. Okay. So this is you can just find the rows and columns. I think you got it. Again, if you want to find the mean values, again, you just apply for both axes, rows and columns. So same thing, and like mean, you just pass the array here. If you want to, especially for like axes x and y, so yeah, you can say like rows and columns something. So if you are like x, so rows, so you just pass 0 and so this is simple way. You just okay. So you can just get 3.6666. This is the overall median. So I think you just apply, and I think it's correct value. Okay. So this is again you can find the median along the mean axis x, and this is y. Okay. So you can use statistical function, standard deviation, mean, average, everything you can find. I am not in details. If you want to find average, there is a average functions, and you just pass the array, and you can easily calculate. Yeah, definitely you can also find the weights like something. So you just give the values 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can also apply. Okay. So if you want to like standard deviations, mean deviations, there everything mentioned here. Okay. So suppose if you want standard deviations, so there is a functions like std. Okay. You just pass the array data sets, and you can easily calculate the standard deviations. Okay. Again, you can just find this is a simple function std. So for standard deviations. Okay, there is other functions like np where. Yeah, it's very important. I think this is the second last program. Okay. So important numpy, as this is the simple import like numpy, and this is the like np dot arrange in. So definitely it's a floating point value, that's why it's written. And again reshape in 3 by. So definitely we have 0 to 8 floating values, and you just reshape in 3 by 3. I think it's very easy. You can just check all your value, definitely 0 to 8 and points. Now where x greater than 3, and you just print what value assigned in y, and just check it. So now, so this is the array, because I have already reshaped in same line. Okay, so you can also reshape like this. So no need to like x dot reshape separately. You can also in same line. Okay, so you don't confuse why we have used dot. So basically, we are using floating values. That's why I written dot. If you are not dot, so you no need to write here. Okay, you can also use integer. So now you can also write, if you want to reshape in same lines, you can also dot reshape, and you just give the array size. Okay. So now you just check np dot where x greater than 3. So you just check what value assigned y. So this value print like here 1 1 2 2 2, and data type is equal to, so you just check, and array is equal to like this. Okay, so this is the indexes and types. Okay, so use this index to get elements satisfying the conditions like 4 5 6 and like something. So please, this is a very important thing. I am just using, actually I have uses this thing. So use these indexes to get satisfying. So now where, which basically we have used like x greater than 3. So you just check. So this is the output. Okay. So use these index to get elements satisfying the conditions. So just please wait 10 seconds. Okay. Okay. And now just 5 minutes more. So this is the
Sir, your voice is not audible.
hello.
Sir, you are not audible.
Okay, just 1 minute. Now I think now I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible,
No,
but
I
your voice is breaking, sir.
well, I have taken connections. 1 minute. Yeah. Hello. Now I think it is correct.
Yes, sir, yes.
So basically, because I have so like this is the floating values. Okay. So now just written like where x greater than 3. So it means like, so currently I don't have like simply x means you have a complete array. Okay. So definitely less than 2. So all because I am not talking about less than 2 value, but by default where, so exactly just identify the what value inside and what are the range. So finally the value, what value stored in y. So simply just you can say, so I think it is this is okay, but I think you can maybe some confusion about what is the value of this. So why I print this value. Okay, so actually you can't say this is error, but if you are using like in Python 3 point sorry 3.8, but in previous like Python 2 point something, so I think there is no any such types of issues, but actually just giving some instructions. Okay, so what values like something and data types so related. So I think this is not array as well as this is not you can't say, but in Python previous version it's not giving such, and even also not in if you are using any ID environments also not giving such types of things. So don't bother about these things. So finally your output is this. Okay, so where, so I think it's got it. Another just I left two examples more. Okay, so this is the extract functions. So extract means again I've just taken a 9 values 0 to 8, and again just reshape in 2D array, and there is a like just find the like conditions of mode. So x divided by 2, and just find the what is the mode of this. So you just get whatever mode of this in condition value, and you also print what value is inside conditions, and np dot extract conditions from x. Okay, so extract taking two parameters. First you have to find the condition, sorry, you have to pass the conditions, what conditions if you want to extract, and other is array. It means you can say like data sets. Okay, so x is the data set, and this is the conditions, what conditions if you want to use for extracting the information. So you just check the output of this program. Okay, so here you just check this is the simple data sets. Now I have just find the conditions like true, false, like something. So elements wise value of conditions. So definitely like this is a uh, if you want to, this is very simple. Here we are just calculating the mode, and definitely if are equal, there is no reminders. It means zero. It means true. Getting some reminders, so it means false. Okay, I think it's very easy. And because here we are using numpy, it means each and every elements. Okay, so definitely we are creating a true false array. I think you got it. There is no any confusions. So just pass x means the first value is 0. Okay, and find the values. Is it true or false? So 0 divided by 2. Suppose if you are dividing not 0. Suppose 0 divided by 2, it means remainder is 0. So definitely it is true. So just store in true. Okay. Again, 1. Suppose I just writing like this 1 and just clear. Okay. So now is it correct? False, because it gives 1. It returns 1. So 1 not equal to 0. It means false. Okay. Again, x is 2, because it start with 2. So 2 mod 2 definitely 0. Again true. And same thing like 3 mod 2. So definitely it gives a 1. So 1 not equal to 0. Okay. So definitely it's false. So I think you got it. True, false, true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false. Okay. I think you got it. So this is the simple programs just I have written here. So I think you got new matrix for true and false. Now print, just simply print this matrix. So here I have given conditions. True, okay, false, like something. So you just check it, extract information using conditions. So simply I just can just check it. So condition is true. So what values by default is true. Okay. If you just writing like true, false, suppose I have written here manually false. Okay. FALST. Okay. S. Then you can run this program. Now you can check. Okay. Okay. No, there is some mistake, I think. Because conditions true and false. 0, 2, 4, 8. I think that they're not taking directly. So definitely conditions. So just printing only true values. So 1 minute. Please just wait, and without using reshape. Yeah, it's again true, false, true, false. So I have to check this. Is it true? So okay, just I'll ignore this program currently. Actually, I'm just getting some issues. So this is the last program uh, related to math. To math. Actually, just I just ignore this because I have to use matlab functions, and then you can understand. So just I ignore this program because I have to include other library. I might plot also. So I just ignore this. So now, so these are so many. Actually, I have already explained all these things. There is no new things in slides. I have already explained. Okay, so I have already explained this thing. So yeah, already NumPy statics. Uh, so yeah, definitely this is a very important thing, an important slide. So using array wisely. So array operations are implemented in C or Fortran. So optimized algorithms and Python loops are much slower. So prefer array operations over loop, especially when speed important. Okay. So also produce shorter codes, often more readable. So this is the some advantage of using a NumPy. Okay, so these are some matrices that I've already explained each and everything in practically. So this is also there's so many mathematical how can you use float int values and there some multiplications and so you can apply here. Okay, so these are some yeah dot. So you can also use like dot. Yes, I have already zeros ones, so you can also use like dot and np dot, and you can apply these things. So this is the simple output. So now these are some references where you can get all these so many uh, documentation study materials from these websites. So I have also materials from these sites. So this is very important link. So you can get too much information and study materials from this link. Okay. So that's all about today's sessions. So thank you all of you for listening and learn something today. So if you have any query, you just ask me.
Thank you very much. The lecture is wonderfully superb.
Participants, if you have any query, you can just write that in chat box, or you can just unmute and ask your query.
So any query?
I don't think, sir, because I don't found any questions in chat box, but they are thankful to you for sharing your knowledge. I would like to thanks Dr. Ajay sir for such wonderful talk on this data science using Python and basically on this NIMFI documentation. So I'll just invite Dr. Meha Chand for the certification.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, ma'am, all the participants.
Meha Chand, sir. I think maybe Meha sir is busy with something. So I would like to thank Dr. Ajay sir again for his precious time and sharing his knowledge on data science. And
Okay,
thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
So still, if you have any queries, so you can also send a chat box and send anytime. So most welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.